Hi, I'm Linda May, and I am the founder and Archdruid Priestess of Druids of the Light, and I am also a reader for Crystal Magic Psychic Center in Sedona, Arizona. And I'm here today to talk to you about the upcoming new moon period that we are beginning this Saturday, March 13th at precisely 3:21 Arizona time. And we have a new moon basically when the sun and the moon are considered conjunct together. Astrologically, this means that both the sun and the moon are in the same sign. And right now, this weekend, they will both be in the sign of Pisces. And Pisces stands for sort of otherworldly, higher consciousness, dreamy, sensitive, and therefore sometimes considered a little ungrounded because they're sort of floating in space a little bit, which isn't a bad thing because it actually helps raise to higher levels. The symbol for Pisces is actually two fish swimming in opposite directions. So it's definitely a time to stay as centered as possible and to choose always between the two which is for the greatest good. So Pisces is also considered very imaginative, and this new moon helps us to imagine what we would like to manifest because this is always a time, new moons are always a time to set our intentions for the period to come. So this is the first step into actually bringing anything into being, and we are hoping that they do come to, this is the plan is that they will come to fruition during this phase of the moon when it comes time to be the full moon again. So you do this, visualize, manifest, and everything, setting intentions from a place of true centering within yourself with spirit. This is also still the season of Imbolc, which is represented in the period of time between the winter solstice and the spring equinox. And as I have mentioned, Imbolc is a time of hope for the year to come, and it's a recognition that winter is just about over. And this new moon is also heralding in spring because the spring equinox is just a week later on March 20th at 3:37 a.m. Arizona time, which will be Pacific time at that time. Arizona doesn't change our clocks, so we sometimes get confusion in that. But so that would be Pacific time, Pacific Daylight Time, and we will stay with that time here in Arizona. So the traditional Celtic tree that's based upon the moon cycles with the new year beginning at Samhain on October 31st has the tree for this period as Hawthorn. This is Hawthorn. And that's from this deck, the Celtic Tree Oracle deck. That's the one I've been using for this, which is really a beautiful deck. Hawthorn is considered a tree of cleansing as well as balance and duality. So this fits right in with our Pisces new moon and gives us a chance to purify and basically come into center ourselves and come into balance within ourselves, which is totally perfect with that, the two fish swimming in opposite directions and trying to figure out what we want to do, because that's the duality, and then what we want to do is balance within it with spirit. So this tree, the hawthorn, is sometimes also considered the fairy tree, and it's also sometimes considered the goddess tree. So since the feminine is more of a receptive inward energy, this adds to our energy of imaginings for what's coming in the new period. So that's basically what's going on. And now what I'm going to do is draw a card from my Druid Animal Oracle here. This Druid Animal, I love these cards. I've been using them for decades. So let's see what comes up for us. And this is sort of our special message for this time, okay? Cut the deck. And I get the eagle. Okay, so the eagle has to do with seeing things from a larger perspective. And to me, that is the perfect thing to do when you're in this situation of centering and balancing and stuff like that. It's just looking at everything from a big picture. Sometimes I like to say looking at it from the point of view of spirit, because the eagle is a very spiritual bird because it can fly up really, really high. And it takes care of anything that needs to get taken care of, and then it flies back up to its higher perspective. So it helps you to see the big picture of what's going on all around you all the time. And that is definitely a great perspective to have during this period. So definitely keep this in mind, the courage of the eagle, the flight and the height of the eagle, the spiritual significance of it. and hold that close to your heart during this period of time. And then I also want to draw a card from this really cute card, Whispering Woods. It's an oracle deck. And I'm just going to pull a card at random here. Let's see. This one, what is it? The Woods. Be like the woods. Calm, soothing, mysterious, and full of life. Be like the woods. So that's interesting too, because the mysterious part fits right in with the Pisces in many ways, and actually even the calmness to some extent. But this is also reminding us to know that we are full of life during this time and to hold that within our centers. So I'll be back again at the full moon to tell you more, and that is the end of March. I think it's March 28th, but I don't remember the exact date. And in the meantime, if you would like a psychic soul reading, be sure to check out Crystal Magic Psychic Center on crystalmagicpsychiccenter.com. And if you would like to know more about Druids of the Light, you can find us on Facebook as well as our website, druidsofthelight.org. So blessings of the new moon to you.